Hello guys, Sujara speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM episode number 887. And today we have to Fairy OddGamer episode number 31, Castle of Isolation. To react to Mickey Mouse game. Video game, something like that. And we react to this beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Fairy OddGamer in Castle of Isolation. Okay, makes sense anyway. Continue on. Starring Mickey Mouse. Title card designed by Mrs. Ocean. Okay, continue on.
Ah, isn't it exciting? A movie night just for us. What did you say, Donald?
Well.
Well, after having been through lots of adventures, I thought it would be best just to relax and enjoy the night together as uncle and nephew.
Wow.
Excuse me, but did somebody say movie night?
Bless me, bagpipes!
Well, it wasn't easy, right at the back entrance. I hope you don't mind, of course. Care if I join a little movie night?
Well,
Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to watch.
fine. Curse me, kids! It's time for the movie to start.
Wow.
Hello, Internet viewers. I'm the Fairly OddGamer. I personally want to thank some of my character buddies who made it to tonight's special presentation. But anyway, on with the review. It's Halloween, so that means it's time for my annual Halloween special review.
Okay, even though Halloween is not even here until until a few months. Continue on.
Talking about for Halloween? Well, how about the Illusion series?
Okay.
You know, from Disney.
Okay.
The Illusion video game series follow many adventures of Mickey Mouse and sometimes Donald Duck in
Uh-huh.
a variety of fantasy worlds.
Uh-huh.
It was directed by Emiko Yamamoto, who
Wow.
took part in a long line of Disney games for the Genesis to the current generation of consoles, including the Kingdom Hearts games.
Uh-huh.
For those of you who watching my channel, I've talked about Mickey Mouse twice.
Wow.
Mouse Campaign for the NES, and most recently Mickey Mania for the Sega Genesis.
Wow, which by the way, I ever react to those and those react. Continue on.
Not only that, but I also dedicated a whole month to Donald Duck last year.
Which I did react to video of this before those reacts. Continue on.
Also, did you know the game series was known in Japan as I Love Mickey Mouse? I
Wow.
sure didn't.
The game I'll be talking about today is actually the first game of the series, and only fitting because it is Halloween. That game is Castle of Illusion for the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy, I've been wanting to talk about this game for a long time.
Wow.
I was originally going to review it for last year's Halloween special. However, because of technological updates, I wasn't able to get it done. So instead I reviewed Scooby-Doo Unmasked.
Hmm.
So why did it take me a year to finally get this review out of the way? That will be revealed momentarily. But for now, how does the Genesis version hold up today? Let's pop this baby in and find out.
Okay. Makes sense.
After seeing the Sega logo, we get into a cutscene. Once upon a mouse, there was a place called Vera City, where two mice named Mickey and Minnie live life peacefully. However, a witch named Miserable becomes so jealous of Minnie's beauty and popularity that she snatches Minnie from Mickey's grasp.
Kind of reminds me of the witch from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in the back scene. The scene here. Continue on.
So jealous of Minnie's beauty and popularity that she snatches Minnie from Mickey's grasp. Also, is it just me, or is that the old crone from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
Yeah, it does. Continue on.
Anyway, Mickey manages to chase him down to the Castle of Illusion. While at the castle, Mickey runs into an old mouse who tells him that Miserable is using powers of illusions to make herself look like Minnie, while also making Minnie evil like Miserable. In order to save Minnie and defeat Miserable, Mickey has to collect 7 rainbow-colored gems, each of them guarded by a Master of Illusion, which gives him the power to take on Mirabelle at her tower. Now, before I move on, I'd like to point out that Castle of Illusion was released a year before Sonic 1.
Okay.
Let's talk about the gameplay in general. It's a standard platformer where you play as Mickey throughout the game. You use the control pad to move, jump with the C button, and throw with the A or B buttons. What exactly? Well, depending on what level you're in, the projectiles thrown can range from poison apples, marbles, and even torches of all things.
Okay.
As always, you can easily find them scattered around each level, along with these white gems that give you extra points.
Okay.
In addition, you can attack by throwing projectiles or jumping onto enemies. But like the NES version of DuckTales, except not using the cane, you have to press down slightly after pressing the jump button in order to successfully defeat an enemy. Also, if you jump onto enemies while holding the jump button, you can leap onto higher platforms or start a chain of enemy jumping, which can boost your score. However, if you fail to defeat an enemy, you'll then take a hit. The amount of hits you take is determined by your power meter at the bottom left of your screen.
Wow.
Losing all your hit points causes you to die, which results in having you respawn to the beginning of the level or stage. Yeah, this game is lacking in the checkpoint department. You can also regain hit points by collecting these star icons or finding gold Mickey ears for an extra life. So Mickey enters the castle as he begins to ponder what lies behind the front door. It is revealed to be an enchanted forest with enchanted tree stumps, mushrooms, and flowers that spew out whatever those yellow things are.
Okay.
You can also swing on a rope to get you from one platform to another and run away from a giant poison apple coming towards you. You can also exit each stage by walking past these exit signs and entering a door. However, it doesn't mean it's the end of the whole level. Unless you're playing in practice mode, which will automatically earn you the gem. So after that, you're in a part of the forest filled with spider webs and spires you can jump on. You can also jump on these leaves that can sometimes transport you to another platform leaf. After jumping on ghosts from branch to branch, you then encounter the first Master of Illusion, a piece of tree with an evil grin. You can avoid his rolling attack by jumping over it, as well as avoid falling acorns from the tree, and then jump onto it while it's dizzy. 5 hits later, and the tree stump is destroyed, giving Mickey the first gem, resulting in the stage being cleared. At the end of each level, you're given bonus points based on clearing the stage, how many projectiles you have left, and how many secrets you have obtained. After completing a level, the doors change to windows. So what's behind door number 2? Why, Toyland, of course! With soldiers, planes, jack-in-the-box heads, and clowns on unicycles while juggling.
And I can juggle just fine. But a unicycle, though? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway, you notice that the exit door is locked, and you have to find a key.
Even though, at the time, my brother is not a good juggler, because I'm not a good juggler either. I do this, and not really the top of the top juggler thing. None of that stuff. Continue on.
Just reverse to the top of the block tower and grab the key, which then transforms all the blocks into ramps. There's also a section where you have to throw projectiles to break through walls and barriers, and another section where Mickey can walk on the ceiling by walking through these up and down arrows.
Wow.
In a way, he can change gravity by having all enemies crash into the floor or ceiling.
Now ceilings will become floors, and floors will become ceilings.
But the vertical controls will also get inverted, meaning that you have to press up while jumping onto enemies instead of down. After that's done, you encounter the next Master of Illusion, an evil jack-in-the-box with springs for legs and boxing gloves popping out of the box. Dodging his jumps and boxing gloves, and lets out a spring, allowing Mickey to jump onto a spring and therefore causing damage to the boss. Or in my case, throw marbles at his head and hope it takes a hit.
Wow.
After it explodes, Mickey nabs the orange gem, making him closer to Minnie. Let's see what's behind door number 3. Did Mickey just walk into the aftermath of a giant explosion? I ask this because the sky is orange. What's even scarier is that the choppers have skeleton bones. And wait a minute. Do those bats have Pete's face on them?
Please. Hold on, what was that again?
Skeleton bones. And wait a minute. Do those bats have Pete's face on them?
Face. That was crazy. Continue on.
Well, what can I say? They're great survivors. Shh. Oh, sorry about that.
Anyway, it's here where Mickey can swim and or get sucked by a watery vortex. But after that's done, we're then inside a watery labyrinth. After more platforming, even through tiny platforms, you you have to make your way through a hallway while the water level rises and lowers.
Makes
If
sense.
the water is too high, then make sure you jump to a higher platform.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, the current will push you back as well as take a hit.
Uh-huh.
When that's over with, you encounter the next Master of Illusion, water-like gremlins that reside in a long tiki pole. As always, you avoid his attacks and jump on them in order to have Mickey nab the yellow gem.
Uh-huh.
So after climbing up a flight of stairs, we see Mickey in a library. First off, I don't like these A enemies. They jump at random time, and if you're not careful, boom, one hit is taken from you. Plus, you have these bookworms which are easier to defeat.
Yes.
Mickey walks to a milk can, and suddenly we're in a world of sweets and desserts, with the river made of milk, cakes, ice cream, gumdrop bridges, and licorice fish.
Uh-huh.
It's also the first level where finding a gem does not require defeating an illusion master, because you immediately grab the green gem after exiting the stage.
Uh-huh.
There are also stages where Mickey has to jump into a teacup that Mickey swims in while avoiding sugar cubes. After completing these stages, a cork or a cap would appear to prove that you completed the secret levels.
Uh-huh.
After swinging on chains after turning off the lights, you then enter another milk can, and it's here where you encounters the next illusion master, a red licorice dragon snake
Wow.
thing that you can jump on or throw projectiles at it. It's pretty much the same technique for all the boss battles so far. Anyway, Mickey defeats whatever that is, and nabs the blue gem, bringing him one step closer to Minnie.
Uh-huh.
After another flight of stairs, Mickey enters the castle halls, I think, with axe-throwing knights and armor that comes to life. In addition, there's falling stones, a rolling boulder that you have to avoid by ducking under it, and platforming your way through purple water that can instantly kill you when you touch it. After crossing a skull bridge, you then grab the indigo gem. Like the green gem from the previous level, this gem also doesn't require you to defeat an illusion master.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, swim through a corridor while avoiding the skullfish, where it then ends up in a clock tower. Oddly enough, I really love the design of the clock tower. And the idea of spinning gears as platforms is really imaginative, even for a Disney game. It looks amazing. In fact, all levels in this game look amazing.
Uh-huh.
I really love the land of desserts as well as the Toyland. I don't really like the look of the library because it feels a bit empty in my opinion. But I have to say the clock tower really stands out as one of the best looking levels so far because, well, it looks like an actual clock tower.
Yes.
So from what I've seen so far, the levels in this game look pretty good. Anyway, after venturing through the clock tower, Mickey encounters the final master of illusion. Willie the Giant with the hair of Mel Howard swinging a mallet?
Okay, kind of reminds me of Willie the Giant from 1947 movie Final Fantasy III. Continue on.
But this boss battle is actually pretty difficult. You have to get close to him and avoid his swing attack, which will then give you the opportunity to jump on his head. And no cheesing is allowed in this boss because he can raise up his arm to protect his head from early attacks.
Yes.
The more damage you inflict onto the giant, the redder his face gets. After enough hits, the giant explodes into stars, and Mickey nabs the last gem needed to reach Minnie, the violet gem.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, does this mean Mickey gets to turn into Super Mickey?
I
Wow.
wish it could happen, but no. Instead, the gems turn into a rainbow bridge, giving Mickey a path to Miserabelle's castle. There he finds Miserabelle, with Minnie trapped inside a bubble. With her evil powers, Miserabelle turns into the evil queen from Snow White. You heard right.
Wow.
The evil queen was alive this whole time. Why, you may ask? Well, two reasons. One, Snow White is married to the prince, which no longer makes her a maiden. Second, and most importantly, the evil queen survived the fall off the cliff and somehow avoided being crushed by a giant rock.
That or it could just be a coincidence altogether.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, he dodged her ghost attack and quickly jump onto her, giving her damage. However, the evil queen can randomly flicker to another platform, and this repeats. After hitting her enough times, Mickey uses the rainbow gem as Miserabelle transforms into a small mouse while Mickey frees Minnie.
Wow.
The celebration cuts short as the castle starts to crumble to its ruins. Thankfully, Miserabelle flies Mickey and Minnie out of the castle and back to the very city where they were before. Miserabelle flies away, and everyone lives happily ever after. The end. At a movie theater with Mickey and Minnie sitting in the front row with Mickey clones.
Oh,
Guess
wow.
what, guys? We're not done yet.
What?
In 2013, the game would end up getting a remake for Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, mobile phones, and even Steam.
Wow.
This is the reason why this review took so long. Trying to find a way to record footage of the remake. I initially wanted to record the Mac version, but because of technical updates, I wasn't able to do so. And I didn't want to record footage from my phone. But luckily, in February of this year, the Castle of Illusion remake would end up getting re-released for the Xbox One. And
Okay.
that's the version I'll be looking at for this review. So without further ado, let's see how the remake is similar and or different to the original Genesis version.
Huh?
The remake was published by Disney Interactive and Sega, and was developed by Sega Studios Australia, the same company behind the tie-in game to the 2012 London Olympic Games.
And if you watch this, Billy, this is for you, buddy. Continue on.
As the original, with Mickey and Minnie happily enjoying a summer afternoon when suddenly storm clouds appear.
Aw, that's okay, Minnie. I bet the sun will be back in a jiffy.
Mickey's wish was not to be. The day turned to night, and the skies thundered with ill will and fury.
Wow.
So as you can tell, the remake is fully voiced with Mickey and Minnie portrayed by Brett Ewan and the late Russell Taylor, and even a narrator that tells a story.
Wait, what was that?
Portrayed by Brett Ewan and the late Russell Taylor,
Okay.
and even a narrator that tells a story. So Miserable snatches Minnie away from Mickey because...
The old crone had always been jealous of the mouse's beauty.
Makes
Now
sense.
she would rob her of it.
Oh, Mickey, you never appreciate what you have until it's gone. Isn't that right?
Wow.
Miserable's voiced by Nick Futterman, who you might know as...
Wow.
Yeah, that. So Mickey runs after Miserable through the forest as he makes his way to, you guessed it,
The Castle of Illusion.
Wow.
so Mickey finds an old mouse who warns him about Miserable about her dastardly deeds. Obviously, it'd be redundant to talk about it again here, but
Uh-huh.
let's visually show her plan via animatic. So at the very least, the story is presented much better in the remake. The old mouse also warns Mickey about the creatures that are trying to prevent our hero Mickey from reaching Miserable.
Uh-huh.
So it's up to Mickey to save Minnie from the evil clutches of Miserable.
You know, one thing I'm curious to know is, what exactly are the Gem Keepers? Are they the Masters of Illusion? Are they the creatures trying to prevent Mickey from getting the Rainbow Gems? I just need to know!
Hey dude, you said you wanted help?
Oh yeah, what's up?
Nothing much. But I understand you want help with something, right?
As a matter of fact, I do, Hux. I'd just like to know, what exactly are these Gem Keepers in Castle of Illusion?
Castle of Illusion?
Mm.
Let me think. Well, gamer, I may not be familiar with the game, but if I were to guess, I think the Gem Keepers could be the Masters of Illusion that Miserable sent out. But that's just me entirely.
Uh-huh.
I think you may be right. Thanks, Hux.
No problem. Anyway, I just want to see what's up. Later, dude! Before I move on, I forgot to mention that the music in the Genesis version is actually pretty good. It has a whimsical Disney vibe, which I think works for a side-scroller.
Uh-huh.
I say it's because the remastered version of the original game's music, as well as the new music exclusive for the remake, is amazing.
Uh-huh.
While the original music was made by Tokahiko Uwabo and Shigenoi Kamiya, the music
Hold on 1 sec.
original music was made by Tokahiko Uwabo and Shigenoi
It's very the only pro that I can find. Okay, continue on.
Kamiya. The music for the remake was made and arranged by Grant Kirkhope, the same composer behind Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, and Ukulele.
Yeah, if you watch this Marshall, you're in the credits, by the way. Continue on.
So after being warned by the old mouse, Mickey enters the castle gate as he makes his way to the castle entrance.
Okay.
As the game's basic tutorial level. After jumping on a castle guard, he makes his way to the castle entryway.
Into the castle entryway strode the mouse with the heart of a great lion, though his knees felt more like those of a frightened kitten.
Oh, and did I mention that the narrator talks non-stop? I think of him as the spiritual guide of the game, or a conscience, if you will.
Uh-huh.
What I like about him is that he also brings up references from the early Disney cartoons. Plus, he has a whimsical sense of humor, which I personally enjoy.
Knowing he would need a way to defend himself, Mickey remembered how accurate he always was in the annual apple throwing contest back home. As Mickey swung past the giant carved duck, he remembered Donald's advice on adventures.
Uh-huh.
Never happened.
You know how many adventures I've been through? I know from experience that most treasures are always found on the ground.
Emerging from the dungeon, Mickey raced into the clock tower. Having once been a clock cleaner, he knew the moving parts were dangerous. He'd have to be very careful as he made his way to the top.
I was a clock cleaner too.
You were?
Yep, I'll never forget the time I did that. Basically.
Wow. This came out in 1930s, you know, not same year actually, from the movie, the short film called Clock Cleaners. Continue on.
Oh, I know how you feel, Donald.
Excuse me, but should we watch the rest of the movie?
Great Scott, you're right.
So not only is the castle interior get a makeover, but the structure of the game is somewhat different. Unlike the original where you go from level to level, or door to door via cutscene, the remake uses the castle as the hub world. But either way, it looks pretty good. The doors within the castle have rooms, which you can unlock by collecting a certain number of small white gems, whether in the castle or by completing a level. Each room has 3 doors, and each door is unlocked anytime you complete a stage. And yes, the remake uses the exact same levels from the original. The Enchanted Forest, Toyland, the Storm, the Library, and the Castle. So let me briefly talk about how the levels are similar and or different to the original. The levels in the remake are presented much better than the Genesis version. Like DuckTales Remastered, it managed to take almost every element from the original and add an extra dimension to them, both literally and figuratively. The Enchanted Forest looks like an actual forest, and most of it has a haunted quality to it. Toyland feels like I'm in a giant toy box from a kid's playroom. The Storm looks about the same as the original, but the underground section makes me feel like I'm in an underground cave. The library in the remake definitely looks more like a library, with books and all. But the Land of the Sweet, on the other hand, took the original version to the ultimate level. Instead of cake platforms, the remake has macaroon and cupcake platforms. Seriously, is this castle of illusion or Candy Crush? While the castle level looks like an enhanced version of the Genesis game, I love the look of the dungeon and the redesigned clock tower giving the level more darkness. I'm not kidding. There's actually a portion where the level is completely dark.
Yes.
And of course, being a remake, there are some new things that are only exclusive to that. Remember those secret levels you're only required to venture through in the original? Well, now they're bonus levels where beating them earns you a collectible. You heard right, the remake features collectibles such as castle statue pieces, playing cards, and hot chili peppers for Donald. Collecting enough playing cards and or chili peppers, or even beating the game, will allow you to unlock a new costume for Mickey. How about the chase sequences? In the original, they're short and sweet. In the remake, it feels like I'm playing the chase levels from Crash Bandicoot. And finally, the remake has a different approach of nabbing the green gem. Unlike the original, where you reach the end of the desserts level, you have to chase Shadow Mickey through the desserts level and even through the remainder of the library. Personally, it gives a better reason as to why Mickey has to swing by the dangling light switches, to try and catch Shadow Mickey. As for the gameplay, not much has changed from the original, except you don't have to press down to do the bounce attack. Instead, you can just simply jump onto enemies.
Yeah.
Also, you can still bounce on the higher platforms if you still hold the jump button.
Yes.
And of course, you can still throw projectiles like in the original from poison apples, marbles, mints, and torches. Want to see another gameplay style similar to Crash Bandicoot? How about the time trials? After completing the stage, you unlock a time trial which you can trigger by walking by the stopwatch. Pretty much self-explanatory. I have to say right now that the boss battles not only look better than the original, but playing through them feels better than the original. The original version has you go through the same tactics with every boss fight. But in the remake, each boss battle has more variety of avoiding their attacks, giving them more of a challenge. Also, the one thing I like better in the remake is that each boss has a meter, whereas the original doesn't. After defeating all the Masters of Illusion, Mickey uses the 7 rainbow gems to make a rainbow bridge to Miserabel's castle. Do you immediately fight Miserabel? Nope. You have to scale Miserabel's tower by platforming and bouncing on spiders to the top. And then you battle Miserabel, who then transforms into the evil queen.
You thought you were a match for me? Now that would be a castle of delusion.
the original, you avoid her attacks and jump on her crown to inflict damage to her. Fighting Mr. Bell in the remake is much more difficult than the original because of her variety of attacks. Also, while Mr. Bell tries to attack Mickey, she has different spells to have her apparitions inflict damage onto Mickey after jumping onto a few platforms. Furthermore, if you die or even get a game over, you automatically restart from the boss battle. Personally, it's both a blessing and a curse at the same time. 6 hits later, and Mr. Bell is finally defeated while Mickey naps the Rainbow Gem, which he then throws at Mr. Bell.
Wow.
But I wanted to be the fairest of them all!
So Mr. Bell turns back into the old crone, somewhat, as Minnie is now free from the wicked spell and hugs Mickey, who will never let her go again. But, the castle is crumbling down to its ruins. Mr. Bell saves them by giving them broomsticks as they fly for their lives. I do want to point out that the castle actually does crumble to the ground in the remake, unlike in the original where it doesn't and instead lets out fireworks. With the spell broken, Mr. Bell now knows that there's magic more powerful than ever, as her heart is now filled with love. The game ends with Mickey giving Minnie a lovely kiss to the cheek, and they live happily ever after.
Now, where were we? The end.
And the credits roll in the movie theater with not just Mickey and Minnie, but also Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, Pete, Chip and Dale, Scrooge McDuck, and even Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
After playing both versions of Castle of Illusion as a Disney fan, I personally think that both versions are amazing in their own right.
It feels like I'm playing a classic Disney cartoon but in game form. Not only that, but I think it makes a great Halloween special. This is definitely one of the games that made people want to purchase a Genesis. That is until Sonic the Hedgehog was released a year later. In fact, the game would later be re-released in Sega Ages for the Sega Saturn in both Japan and in Europe. As a Sega Genesis game, it is incredible. Everything from the characters, levels, and the music makes it a really fun game, and I think it still holds up today. But if you were to ask me which version of Castle of Illusion is better, I definitely think the 2013 remake is the superior version. It has a better understanding of the story, awesome graphics, an amazing rendition of the original game's music, and even an enhanced version of a Disney game that has become well known. I also love the variety of boss attacks, giving players an unexpected challenge, and that's what makes it entertaining. Overall, Castle of Illusion is an amazing game, and I would definitely recommend both versions to any Disney fan who's willing to play a game for Halloween. Give it a try when you get a chance.
It's always fun getting to play Disney games for the channel. It's only a matter of time before I venture into more Disney territory. That's because next month, I'll be diving into the realm of another TV network that I've never talked about before on this channel. So who knows what will happen next. I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer, and I wish you all good luck for the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone.
Wow.
Well, tell my Totten, that show was a great movie, wasn't it, lads?
Yeah, that was great, Uncle Scrooge. I did have fun watching it with you.
Well, I'll be darned. That was an amazing movie. I'm so glad I got to watch it with you guys. Well, would you look at that? It's getting pretty late out there. Well, I better head back. Nighty-night, boys.
That big. Sad beat up for me, Scrooge.
Don't worry, my feathered friend. I will.
Well, it is getting away late. We should probably head off to bed as well, Donald.
Wow.
That's for the movie, then.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Sleep well, Donald, and have pleasant dreams.
Right back at you, Uncle Scrooge.
Makes it say by the end. Okay. Makes sense?
How's it going, dudes?
Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to get notified for upcoming videos.
Also, be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And now, here's one of my buddies to finish out the video.
Well, well, well. What have we here? Hey, wait a minute. You're not Santa Claus. Huh? You want me to talk about what? Okay, fine. People of the interweb, I am Oogie Boogie, and I'm here to remind you all that you can now support the Fairly Odd Gamer on the Patreon. As a supporter, you can chat with other patrons as well as some spooktacular fans on the channel. And as an added bonus, you might even watch some bonus content, have your name in the credits, and even get a shout out from one of us. Hopefully not from Jack though. Oh, how I hate him! Anyway, I hereby give the honor of top tier supporter to Alexander Bone, also known as Wisdom Toad. And finally, I want to thank every one of you for watching this video as well as supporting the channel. And don't worry, we'll meet again.
So that was the Fairly Odd Gamer episode 21, Castle Ocean. What do I think about this episode? I think it was amazing. Despite making reaction videos look like this. Oh, wow. And, wow. Making them watch a episode like this from these three Disney characters. I'm thinking, wow. It makes sense to me, so, there you go on that. So, yeah. So it does make sense to anybody. And, that was LJPCBM episode number 887. Hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned. The next one's going to be LJPCBM episode number 888, which is going to be about my reaction video to, $1 Million Sharks Season 2, Episode 2. Till next time, this is Joseph, bye for some favorite. Good work, LJPCBM episodes going to be soon. Till then, saying out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver holds the key.